Hometown team. The Gas House Bar and Grill is the place to find a broad palette of menu items that you won't find anywhere else at Caramont Health Park. Burgers? Got it. Pulled pork nachos? Check. How about jerk chicken sandwiches? We got that too. Oh, and fried plantains? Of course we do. The Gas House Bar and Grill is a world tour for the taste buds, nightly at Caramont Health Park. We'll see you at the Gas House Bar and Grill. WGNC, AM 1450 and 101.1 FM proudly presents Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball is brought to you by GSM Premium Services and Caramont Health. See how we care. Let's take you to the ballpark. It's time for Atlantic League baseball action on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
And good evening. We welcome you to Wild Health Field in Lexington, Kentucky for Game 3 of this three-game set, a brief three-game road trip up to the Commonwealth of Kentucky as the Gastonia Honey Hunters take on the Wild Health GENOMES to wrap up the series. Gastonia already with 2 wins in tow. They look for the sweep tonight against the Wild Health GENOMES, as it'll be Jerry Keel getting the ball this evening for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. He'll go opposite of Ryan Kellogg this evening. And we come back on the other side of the timeout. We'll give you an idea of what happened in yesterday's matinee here at Wild Health Field. We'll get you the starting lineups, and we'll take a look around the league as we engage in the pregame show here on this Thursday night in Kentucky on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be back in just a bit. GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters!
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut. Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza. A winning combination. Back here at Wild Health Field, Brian Rushing here with you this evening as the Gastonia Honey Hunters try to make it 8 in a row to start the second half of the Atlantic League South Division. Gastonia already with a 3.5 game lead throughout the first week plus here in the South Division. Gastonia has that perfect 7-0 record. The Lexington Legends are at 4-4 in the second half of the season. Lexington will play tonight along with Gastonia. Gastonia will be facing the Lexington Legends coming up this weekend. As Gastonia already with 51 wins on the season. That's an important number because this is a Gastonia club that is 30 games over 500 for the first time in the franchise's history, though it is a brief 2-year history. And not only that, but they are 3 wins away from equaling last year's win total in what was a truncated 120-game season in the Atlantic League. Of course, Gastonia will play 132 games on the schedule, but this is a club that has been far better than last year's 2021 version of the Gastonia Honey Hunters. And yesterday in the matinee, this was Gastonia that got off to a very solid start thanks to John Anderson. John Anderson was really good last night on the bump for the Gastonia Honey Hunters, going 6 innings in the contest. He allowed just a single run, and Gastonia was able to put some runs on the board late in the game as they scored 5 runs from the 5th inning, or I should say from the 6th inning on, and getting the 6-2 win yesterday here at Wild Health Field. So we take a look at what John Anderson did in the contest. Anderson, in that 6-inning effort, had a quality start. So he allowed 1 run, surrendering 3 hits. He also went through the entire 6 innings without walking a single batter. That was an important number, as he was able to keep the Genomes hitters off balance, and he didn't give up any free passes. And that gave Gastonia the opportunity, though they did not necessarily get off to a fast start offensively, they were able to take care of business in the 6th, 7th, and 8th innings to come away with the 6-2 win, as John Anderson got his 7th win on the season. Robbie Scott had his record fall to 4-7, and Gastonia guaranteed themselves a win in the series. Tonight, they get an opportunity to go for the series sweep against this Wild Health Genomes club. And the numbers are very important for Gastonia. Gastonia, we talked about that 51-21 record on the season. Well, they're really good at home, 23-12. Make no mistake, that's a very solid record. However, you take a look at what this club is doing on the road, and it is staggering. It's otherworldly, as they are 28-9 on the road this season. This is a club that has a win streak already of 5 games, of 7 games, and then 10 games is where they started the year after losing on opening night. This is a club that has played a very high level of baseball throughout a good portion of the season, and they'll look to continue that tonight against the Wild Health Genomes. And this will be the lineup that Goose Gazzo rolls out this evening for the Honey Hunters. As Reese Hampton will lead off, he'll be in left field this evening. He comes into the game batting .237 with 4 homers and 23 RBI. Jack Reinheimer will bat second. He'll be at shortstop. Joseph Rosa, he'll bat third over at second base. This is the midseason all-star in the Atlantic League for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. Zach Jarrett, who had the home run along with 3 hits yesterday, he bats cleanup in right field. Luis Castro will bat 5th at first base. Jake Skull will bat 6th. He'll be the center fielder in tonight's contest. Batting 7th will be Raider Ascanio over at third base. Alex Holderbach will get his first night game start here in Lexington against the Genomes, as he'll be batting 8th and catching. And Jalen Smith will get the start this evening in the DH role. So it'll be Hampton, Reinheimer, Rosa, Jarrett, Castro, Skull, Ascanio, Holderbach, and Smith in the lineup for Goose Gazzo's Gastonia Honey Hunters. Jerry Keel gets the ball this evening, a 5-3 record on the year with a 3.82 ERA on the season. And now we take a look at Mark Minikazi's starting lineup this evening, as this is what he'll roll out, as it'll be Luke Becker leading off this evening. The left fielder comes in with a .295 average. Batting second will be Jimmy Paredes over at second base. Batting third will be Chris Davis, the designated hitter this evening. Batting cleanup will be Moises Sierra. He'll be back at third base this evening. Chris Shaw will bat 5th. He'll be over at first base. Anderson Miller gets the start in right field this evening. He'll bat 6th. Chase Vallot will bat 7th. He'll be the catcher in tonight's ball game. Demetrius Moore will bat 8th in center field, and batting 9th will be the shortstop, Gavin Johns. So it'll be Becker, Paredes, Davis, Sierra, Shaw, Miller, Vallot, Moore, and Johns for the Wild Health Genomes. Who will Wild Health take to the mound tonight? It'll be Ryan Kellogg. The left-hander comes in with a 1-1 record, an 8.13 ERA on the season. So it'll be a pair of southpaws this evening facing off against one another here at Wild Health Field. We come back on the other side of the timeout. We'll take a look around the Atlantic League to see who's playing tonight and at what time, and then we'll be ready for baseball, as it's Game 3 of the series between the Wild Health Genomes and the Gastonia Honey Hunters, coming up on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty. WGNC AM.
Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball.
Looking for a new career? Want to make an upwards of $40,000 a year? Want to work a schedule that fits your lifestyle? Want to do it all from the front seat of your car? I thought I had your attention. Domino's is hiring. If you want to cash in on a new opportunity, log on to jobs.domino's.com. That's jobs.domino's.com. Get social with your favorite baseball team at Go Honey Hunters on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. That's at Go Honey Hunters on all of our social media platforms.
Back here at Wild Health Field, moments away from the action getting started this evening. Let's take a look around at the Atlantic League for games scheduled this evening. So we have one game in the books already. We'll get to that here in just a moment. But games coming up all within the next 5 minutes or so of each other. High Point will take on Lancaster. In the final game of that three-game set, Staten Island will take on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. The Lancaster game begins, well, should have already just started. Southern Maryland's game should start any moment. The York Revolution and the Charleston Dirty Birds, they'll get cranked up here in just a moment. And then, of course, the game here tonight at Wild Health Field features the Honey Hunters and the Wild Health Genomes. Earlier today, as Lexington had the long trip to make all the way from Long Island back to Gastonia, that trip takes about 13 hours. And so, therefore, they went ahead and played the game this morning at 11 o'clock, and it was Long Island who jumped out to a 3-1 lead early in the contest, and they would continue to roll as it would be Long Island winning 6-1 over the Lexington Legends, as Long Island, with that win, now pushes Lexington to a 4-5 record within the division. So Gastonia already with a chance to pick up another full game on the Legends before the Legends come into town for that three-game set that will begin tomorrow evening at 6:15. So with the Long Island win, they have their regular season record go to 39-35. The Legends go to 27-47. As they'll play tomorrow night at 6:15, Saturday night at 6:15, and then Sunday afternoon at 4:15. So that's a look around the Atlantic League. We'll take a look throughout the evening at scores as they happen in real time. But for now, we're just moments away from the action as it's the Wild Health Genomes hosting your Gastonia Honey Hunters in the final game of this 3-game set here in Lexington. We'll be back in just a bit on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut. Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza. A winning combination.
Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as heating and cooling, hot, cold, or drafty rooms, high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings, indoor air quality, and much more. GSM Services, your one-stop shop for all comfort issues in your home. GSM offers 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and right now they're offering a free home energy audit. So if you're having any issues in your home or office, know that you can always trust leaving your comfort to GSM. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMSince1927.com to talk to someone about any comfort issues you're having in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters.
Folks, do you find yourself lacking confidence in public places? Would you like to earn respect among your peers and be well received socially? I've got just the answer. The Honey Hunters Team Store is your source for all the best looking t-shirts, hats, and accessories for you, your kids, and even your dog. Look good, feel good, fan better. It's always drip season at the Honey Hunters Team Store at Caramont Health Park.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramont Health Park this season. Log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot all summer long. That's gohoneyhunters.com/tickets.
Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
And we welcome you back to Wild Health Field. in Lexington, Kentucky. So glad that you could join us for a Thursday night of baseball here on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are and however you tune in tonight. So of course, you can find us on the terrestrial signal, whether you're riding around in your car or at home enjoying a nice evening. Hopefully the weather is as nice in Gaston County as it is here in Lexington, Kentucky. Whether you're tuning in on WGNC AM 1450 or 101.1 FM, whether you've got the streaming audio going on WGNCradio.com or GoHoneyHunters.com, or whether you're tuning in on our YouTube channel this evening. Thanks to our folks here in Lexington with Virch, and a collaboration with Sam Robinson of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, we're able to bring the audio of the Honey Hunters Radio Network to the video stream for the Go Honey Hunters YouTube channel. So however you're tuning in this evening, thank you for being a part of the action this evening. As Reese Hampton, the switch hitter, will lead off here in the first inning. So he'll start from the right side against the southpaw, Ryan Kellogg. We'll get to Kellogg's numbers here in just a moment. As Reese Hampton steps in, a .237 hitter on the year, 4 homers, 23 RBI, as that pitch is lifted into shallow right field. Miller calls off Paredes, and he'll make the catch, and there's quickly one down here in Lexington. That'll bring up Jack Reinheimer. Ryan Kellogg comes in, a 1-1 record on the year, 8.13 ERA, making his 9th appearance, his 5th start. 27 2/3 innings pitched, 42 hits, 28 runs, 25 of them earned, 7 walks, 34 strikeouts, a .331 average against, as the southpaw throws a pitch on the outside edge for strike one against Jack Reinheimer. It's Kellogg, 6'6", 230. As Reinheimer's going to lift that one out into right field. Anderson Miller looking up. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 down. Obviously, as we take a look at the defensive alignment, you know where Anderson Miller is this evening. He's in right field. Luke Becker is in left field. Over in center field, Demetrius Moore at third base in this contest. Moises Sierra at shortstop. They have Johns at the shortstop position. That's Gavin Johns. And then over at second, Jimmy Paredes. And then Chris Shaw over at first. Chase Vallot is behind home plate, dropping the signs for Ryan Kellogg. It's the pitch to Joseph Rosa, taken for a strike. Rosa comes in, a .342 hitter on the year, 12 homers, 59 RBI. Rosa yesterday had a multi-hit ball game, had a 3-hit game on Tuesday night. So far in the series, Rosa is 5 for 9. It's Kellogg will wheel and fire. The 1-1 pitch misses up, works the count to 2-1. The Genomes this evening wearing the black jerseys. Genomes across the chest, the pink numbers on the front, lower left rib cage, and the back of the jersey. White pants with the Columbia blue hats as the pitch from Kellogg misses to work the count to 3-1. Kellogg wearing the Columbia blue sleeves underneath his jersey tonight. First pitch temperature this evening was 86 degrees, but the humidity is not nearly as oppressive as what you might have come accustomed to this time of the year in either Lexington, Kentucky, or the Charlotte Metro. Joseph Rosa will step back into the box and will await the payoff pitch from Ryan Kellogg. Here it is. Swing, cut on and missed. As Kellogg gets the strikeout to close out the first inning, Gastonia goes down quickly in the first. We played a half an inning in Lexington, scoreless on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as heating and cooling, hot, cold, or drafty rooms. high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings, indoor air quality, and much more. GSM Services, your one-stop shop for all comfort issues in your home. GSM offers 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and right now they're offering a free home energy audit. So if you're having any issues in your home or office, know that you can always trust leaving your comfort to GSM. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about any comfort issues you're having in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Ladies and gentlemen, as a public service, here's a little vocabulary lesson for all the parents out there. The word is drip. Means cool, trendy, or hip. Where do Honey Hunters fans find their drip? Your fashion destination in the gas house is at the Honey Hunters team store at Caramont Health Park. Put some swag in your bag at the Honey Hunters team store. Hashtag drip season. Seriously, I have no idea what drip season means.
Bottom of the first inning. Gastonia goes 1-2-3 in that first frame. And now Jerry Keel gets the baseball. Jerry Keel, a 5.3 or 5-3 record, a 3.82 ERA on the season. As Jerry Keel will get through his numbers here in just a moment. As Gastonia and Jerry Keel will face off against this lineup. Luke Becker leads off in left field. Jimmy Paredes at second base. Chris Davis, the designated hitter, will bat third. Keel making 14th start of the season, 66 innings, 76 hits, 36 runs, 28 earned, 24 walks, 46 strikeouts, a 286 average against. As Keel starts out with a strike to Luke Becker, a 295 hitter with 12 homers and 46 RBI on the year. As Keel misses outside, works the count to 1-1. Luke Becker batted in the second spot yesterday. He went 2 for 5 with a single and a double. In Tuesday night's game, he went 2 for 4 as that ball bounced back through the box. And Luke Becker's going to have his 5th base hit of the series. Gastonia's had a difficult time figuring out Luke Becker. And that'll bring up Jimmy Paredes. Paredes, the 295 hitter, has 8 homers and 39 RBI. Crowd still filing in on this Thursday evening. Gastonia comes into this ball game 51-21 record on the year. Keel misses up in the strike zone. Luis Castro holding on the runner at first base. That is Luke Becker, who led off the frame with a shot right back through the box. Paredes is going to foul that pitch off. Gastonia, Reese Hampton in left field. Jake Skoll in center field. Zach Jarrett in right field. Raider Escaño over at third. Jack Reinheimer at shortstop. Joseph Rosa at second. Castro at first. Alex Holderbach getting his first nighttime start here in Lexington this season. It's the pitch from Keel, taken for a strike. Jerry Keel, a 6'6", 240-pound left-hander out of Palmdale, California. Did spend time in the Padres chain, making it up to the AAA level. As that breaking ball is going to be bounced back in front of the plate. Holderbach comes out, avoids the baseball bat, and was able to nimbly get the ball down to first base. Becker gets to second. It'll be a 2-3 putout for the first out of the ball game for Wild Health, and that brings up Chris Davis. Davis in a still somewhat small sample size for Wild Health this season, as he was a relatively recent signee, a .412 average, 2 homers, 7 RBI. Davis did get a start on Tuesday night. He went 2 for 4 in that ballgame. He singled, drove in runs twice in those at-bats as he rips that ball foul, as he roped it just past the third base coach, Mark Minikazi. Chris Davis struck out twice in that game on Tuesday night as well. It's Keel. Sets, delivers, misses outside. Chris Davis, 34 years old, out of Lakewood, California. Right-handed batter against the left-hander in Jerry Keel. Davis is going to slash that one over toward the first base side, and it's going to bounce around in the seats, still bouncing, and it's going to go down into the corner where it's picked up by a young man. In 2018, Chris Davis led the major leagues with 48 home runs. Having spent time with the Brewers, the A's, and the Texas Rangers. 221 major league homers to go with almost 600 RBI. As that ball popped up into foul territory, Castro getting near the seats. He'll make the catch and quickly get the ball over to Raider Ascanio at third. So a big league pop-up by a big leaguer caught in foul territory. And that brings up Moises Sierra. Sierra, a .275 hitter on the season, 6 homers and 30 RBI. Keel, first pitch. Took a little something off of it. A get me over changeup taken for strike one. Scoreless ball game here very early on in Lexington, Kentucky. Keel misses outside to even the count at 1-1. I mentioned in the pregame show Gastonia with 51 wins on the season. They're 30 games over 500. It's been a phenomenal season to this point. Truly has been. It's the pitch to Sierra, misses inside. The intriguing thing about it is if for some reason Gastonia can manage to win 3 games out of the next 4, they would do something that they did last year, win 54 games. Now, the problem is it took them all season to get to 54 wins. If they were to land that by July 17th, it would be a pretty dramatic turnaround as that ball bounced over to Reinheimer on 2 hops, the throw to Castro in time to retire the side. Luke Becker gets a leadoff single, but it's all for naught as they strand him at second. Gastonia comes to bat, going to the top of the second, scoreless on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be right back.
If coming to a Honey Hunters game is good, then coming to a game as a group is better. If you're a school, church, or civic organization looking for a great time together, call 704-874-1810 and ask about a group package. The number again is 704-874-1810. Ask about our picnic options that include hot dogs, sliders, and pulled pork. 704-874-1810. Honey Hunters Baseball. Better with friends. The Gas House Bar and Grill
He hits
is
a
the
grounder to
place
second,
find
double
a
play
broad
ball.
palette of
They
menu
throw it to
items
second.
that you won't find anywhere
And he
else.
gets this one a
at
ton.
Paramount Health Park.
Center field
Burgers,
going back, and it
got
is
it.
out of
Pulled pork
here.
nachos.
Chris
Check.
Shaw
How
with a
about good
two-run
chicken
home run here in the
sandwiches?
bottom of the first.
We got that too. Oh, and fried plantains? Of course we do. The Gas House Bar and Grill is a world tour for the taste buds, nightly at Caramont Health Park. We'll see you at the Gas House Bar and Grill.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
Top of the second inning, scoreless ball game. Gastonia will send up Zach Jarrett, Luis Castro, and Jake Skull, middle of the order for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. As Zach Jarrett yesterday had a pretty significant ball game. Jarrett in the third inning, he dribbled a ball down the third baseline. It was effectively a swinging bunt. He was able to steal a bag in the third inning, and then things got really good for him. So he hit a solo shot in the sixth inning, and then he got an RBI single in the seventh, stole a base, and ultimately scored a second time. He went 3 for 5 in the ball game. The pitch from Kellogg misses up. So the count evens at 1-1. Jarrett comes into the ball game batting .273 on the season. However, as the pitch misses, the count goes to 2-1. For Jarrett, since June 1, Jarrett is batting .330, 36 hits and 109 at bats, and that ball pops out of the glove of the shortstop, Gavin Johns, before he's able to recover the ball in the air to retire Jarrett for the first out. Jarrett hit it sharply, but to no avail. That'll bring up Luis Castro. Luis Castro has put together a very solid effort in recent weeks. As Castro hits that ball sharply out to center field, Demetrius Moore reaches up shy of the track. He'll make the catch, and there's quickly 2 down. And that'll bring up Jake Skull. Skull on Tuesday night went 1 for 5. He did not play in yesterday's contest. Skull coming in a .232 hitter, 11 home runs, 26 RBI. There's the pitch from Kellogg, taken for a strike at the knees. 4 players have double-figure home runs for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. One of those 4, of course, Jake Skull. He's one off the lead of Luis Roman. As Kellogg throws a breaking ball, and Skull way out in front works the count to 0-2. Skull chops it over to second. Paredes fields, flips it over to Shaw, and that's another 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Kellogg. We go to the bottom of the second, scoreless on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Find out where your honey hunters are playing all season long at www.gohoneyhunters.com. Ticket information, www.gohoneyhunters.com. If you're looking for the latest game day fashion or wanting to bring a group to Caramount Health Park, gohoneyhunters.com. Your online home for the Gastonia Honey Hunters is gohoneyhunters.com. That's www.gohoneyhunters.com. Your home for Gastonia Honey Hunters baseball. AM 1450, 101.1 FM, and streaming on the TuneIn app. WGNC. Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty. Your online home for the Gastonia Honey Hunters is www.gohoneyhunters.com. Stats, standing stories, and more at gohoneyhunters.com. That's www.gohoneyhunters.com.
Bottom of the second inning, Gastonia in a scoreless ball game here early on with Wild Health. Gastonia winning 6-2 yesterday. On Tuesday night, they got the 8-6 win. It's Gastonia looking to get a potential sweep here of the Genomes. The last time these two clubs faced off, it was the week that Gastonia sealed the first half of the South Division. The Genomes, after losing that Tuesday night game that clinched it for Gastonia, won the final two games of that series. Gastonia has at least returned the favor this time around, but now they look for the sweep. As Chris Shaw will be followed by Anderson Miller and Chase Vallot. Jerry Keels, first offering, fouled at the plate by Chris Shaw. 279 hitter, 8 homers, and 32 RBI. Chris Shaw, a 28-year-old, spending some time in the major leagues. As the pitch from Keel misses inside. Gastonia this evening wearing the all grays, the Gastonia gray jersey with Gastonia written in an arc across the front of the chest in black with the honey drip oozing down to the middle of the jersey. Numbers on the lower left rib cage and the back as Keel misses wide with the fastball at 90 miles an hour. Count goes to 2-1. They have the gray pants on with the black piping stripe, the black belts, black socks if you can see them, with a black hat, with the honey badger, with the honey drip oozing off of its jaws. As the breaking ball misses, now the count 3-1 to Chris Shaw. Shaw yesterday did not get the start. He did play on Tuesday, went 1 for 2 with a walk, or 2 walks, a hit, and a strikeout. And he draws the walk here to start things off in the second inning. And that'll bring up Anderson Miller. Miller comes into this ball game a .266 average, but he does have consecutive multi-hit games to his credit. Miller had a double and a run scored in the 4th inning on Tuesday night. He also had a hit in the 9th inning. It was the only hit that Wild Health got from the 5th inning on against a very vaunted Gastonia bullpen. Yesterday, Anderson Miller got 2 hits. He got a double and a run scored in the 9th inning, but he also got a hit in the 7th inning in what was the first application that I've seen of the passed ball rule. As the pitch taken from Miller for a strike. And it's real simple. If the ball gets by the catcher You can run to first. If you beat the wrap at first, you get credit for, well, as Harold Reynolds would call it, a base hit. It's the curveball swung on and missed by Miller. If you've been to an Atlantic League game, pregame, you've seen the MLB video in the MLB studios of the new rules that the Atlantic League have implemented for the year. The other one of major import being the designated hitter rule. Castro holds on Shaw. The 1-2. Slider, big sweeping breaking ball. Cut on and missed by Miller. There's one out in the inning. For Jerry Keel, that's his first strikeout. And that'll bring up Chase Valo. Valo comes in a .215 hitter with 9 long balls and 22 RBI. So one down here in the bottom of the second inning as Valo sends that one up and over the rooftop. Out toward the parking lot where the Dollar General and the Save-A-Lot is. As the pitch misses wide. Got to the ballpark this afternoon. And a story came up on the bus about a local dining establishment here in the strip mall beside of the ballpark. As Valo lifts that one high in the infield, Jack Reinheimer, he'll call everybody off. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 outs. And I don't know that I've got the name right of the place, but the coaches and Goose Gonzo both speak very highly about the place as Demetrius Moore will step to the plate. It's either called the World of Food or the King of Food. Goose Gonzo says it's some of the best ribs he's ever had in his life. So they placed an order for some ribs and picked it up as soon as they got to the ballpark. I can't vouch for the quality of the ribs. I've never ate at a place called the King of Food or the World of Food. That just seems like a high bar to try to get over. As Moore will step to the plate, a .247 hitter, a home run, and 13 runs driven in. 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. Chris Shaw over at first base. Keel misses inside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Beautiful evening here at the ballpark. The first pitch temperature was 86 degrees, but not nearly the humidity you might anticipate for mid-July. As Moore will foul that one straight back against the screen. After the game yesterday, did have a chance to spend some time out around Triangle Park. Walk around, look at some of the dining establishments that were in the middle of town. Found out that Lexington has something this week called a Burger Week. And it didn't take much to convince me to have a burger. So I did. As the pitch misses down, count evens at 2-2. I ate something called an Epic Burger. And though I don't know that I would necessarily fall for the hyperbolic nature of something called epic, it was quite good. The pitch, Moore, emergency swing toward the seats over on the first base side. There's no netting above the dugouts and down the lines here. And though that ball was not ripped over to the first base side, it certainly got a scare out of the young ladies sitting in row 4. Moore waits on the 2-2. Here's the pitch from Keel. Cut on and missed. Keel gets 2 strikeouts in the inning. They leave Chris Shaw stranded. We've played 2 innings in Lexington, scoreless on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number 1. But at Caramount Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
The Gastonia Honey Hunters are looking for host families this Atlantic League season. If you have a little free space in your home and a love for the grand old game, then hosting a player this summer is a great experience with tons of perks. Call me, Brady Salisbury, at 704-874-1810. That's 704-874-1810.
The Gastonia Honey Hunters, your hometown team. Don't miss out on all the action at Caramont Health Park this season. Log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot all summer long. That's gohoneyhunters.com/tickets.
And we go to the top of the third inning here in Lexington, Kentucky at Wild Health Field. A scoreless ball game between these two clubs. As Raider Ascanio, Alex Holderbach, and Jalen Smith will lead things off against Ryan Kellogg. In my travels to Lexington this year, which we make 5 trips to Lexington this season, we're in the middle of trip number 3. It doesn't take a lot to see a heavy Cincinnati Reds presence here at the ballpark, which is always a comfort to me as Ascanio tries to bunt his way on, and that's going to make its way to the on-deck circle over on the first base side where the Gastonia Honey Hunters reside. Now there's a scrum beside of the on-deck circle between 3 kids fighting over the same baseball. And finally, street justice has been claimed as one kid comes away with the baseball. Ascanio swings and misses on the 0-1 pitch. The 0-2 from Kellogg misses up. Ascanio comes in a .248 average, 2 homers, 25 RBI. He has 1 road home run on the season, that being a shot that he hit on Sunday afternoon against the Legends. As the pitch misses down. Here tonight at the ballpark, I see a Jonathan India jersey for the Cincinnati Reds, and I see a Scooter Gennett jersey, which is not a Reds jersey. But Scooter Gennett, a popular member of the Reds back in the day, as that ball is going to get over to second, and Paredes gets it to Shaw just by a split second. Ascanio is retired for out number 1 in the third. That'll bring up Alex Holderbach. Holderbach, the former EKU Colonel, getting his first night game start here at Wild Health Field. Holderbach's going to launch that one foul over to the right side. Gastonia yet to reach base in this ball game. 7 straight retired by Ryan Kellogg. A .202 average, no homers, 12 RBI. As that ball lifted out to left center field, drifting over to make the catch is Luke Becker, and there's 2 down. Holderbach hit it well, but Becker was able to track it down in left center field. And that'll bring up Jalen Smith, who's seeing his first action of the series. Smith comes in a .296 hitter on the season with 2 different teams, the Staten Island Ferry Hawks and the Gastonia Honey Hunters. He was also property of the Long Island Ducks in a deal with Staten Island, and he was quickly moved over to the Gastonia Honey Hunters. Smith, right-handed batter, plays a lot of different positions, a very versatile young man, a very youthful young man, out of the state of Georgia. Smith has good speed. As the pitch from Kellogg taken for a strike to work the count to 1-2. And I should correct myself. Actually, Jalen Smith did have an at-bat. So he did get an at-bat. He walked late in the game on Tuesday night. As Chase Vallot threw the ball down to first base after it ricocheted back from the backstop, thinking that perhaps that Smith had committed to the swing. They say no. And we'll play on. Smith rolls that one down past Chuck Stewart, the third base coach. Jalen Smith stays alive here with his first at bat of the evening. Jalen Smith had quite an opening for Gastonia. His debut was on a Sunday afternoon. He had 3 hits in that home game for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. That game a win. It's the breaking ball taken for strike 3. Jalen Smith is the second strikeout victim for Ryan Kellogg. We go to the bottom of the third inning scoreless on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be right back. Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a public service, here's a little vocabulary lesson for all the parents out there. The word is drip. Means cool, trendy, or hip. Where do Honey Hunters fans find their drip? Your fashion destination in the gas house is at the Honey Hunters team store at Caramont Health Park. Put some swag in your bag at the Honey Hunters team store. Hashtag drip season. Seriously, I have no idea what drip season means.
Bottom of the third inning. Here in Lexington, Kentucky, the final game of this 3-game series. It's Gastonia, after tonight's action, will make the basically 6.5 hour trip back to Gastonia before taking on the Lexington Legends. The Legends played at 11 o'clock this afternoon. It's presumed that they probably left around 3:30. There's a real possibility that they could be getting into Gastonia just a little bit before the Gastonia Honey Hunters do. That ball rolled over to shortstop. Reinheimer fields it quickly, gets it over to Castro. And Gavin Johns is the first out here in the bottom of the third. And that'll bring up Luke Becker. Luke Becker is the only player with a base hit in the ballgame. Gastonia has 2 more trips remaining to Lexington. They'll take on the Legends in early August, a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday game, and they'll follow the same schedule that we faced here this week. As Becker tried to bunt his way on, he got tied up by the pitch from Keel and basically got himself out as he had to avoid the baseball out of the box, and then Holderbach had an easy play down to first, throwing him out. With 2 down, that brings up Jimmy Paredes. Gastonia will return to take on the Genomes on September 6th, 7th, and 8th. Of course, Labor Day is July 5th in September. And again, that'll follow a schedule of 6:35 on Tuesday, 12:05 on Wednesday, 6:35 on Thursday. Paredes takes a first pitch strike from Jerry Keel. Here's the 0-1 as it catches the outside edge, and the count quickly goes to 0-2. Gastonia returns for a very brief 3-game homestand on Friday, Saturday, Sunday against the Lexington Legends before they go out for a full week against the York Revolution and the High Point Rockers. It'll be the second and last time we go to York. The breaking ball misses down, and the count evens at 2. And we've got some youngsters sitting in the sun seats over on the first base side, and they are inexplicably animated about every pitch that's thrown here in the 3rd inning. And a baseball is going to be fouled up on top of the roof and over the top. And that'll keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keel throws the 2-2. The pitch swung on and missed. Paredes is a strikeout victim for Jerry Keel. That is strikeout number 3 in the ballgame, and we've got 3 complete here in Lexington. We'll be back in just a moment on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Find out where your Honey Hunters are playing all season long at www.gohoneyhunters.com. Ticket information, www.gohoneyhunters.com. If you're looking for the latest game day fashion or wanting to bring a group to Caramont Health Park, gohoneyhunters.com. Your online home for the Gastonia Honey Hunters is gohoneyhunters.com. That's www.gohoneyhunters.com. Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as heating and cooling, hot, cold, or drafty rooms, high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings, indoor air quality, and much more. GSM Services, your one-stop shop for all comfort issues in your home. GSM offers 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and right now they're offering a free home energy audit. So if you're having any issues in your home or office, know that you can always trust leaving your comfort to GSM. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about any comfort issues you're having in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters.
And we go to the 4th inning. So it's been a matchup between 2 left-handers in Ryan Kellogg and Jerry Keel. But if you didn't know better, you'd almost think that it was a matchup between Clayton Kershaw and Madison Bumgardner. So there's been 1 hit in this ball game. That was Luke Becker. As Reese Hampton will get things started here in the 4th inning for the Gastonia Honey Hunters. Hampton swung on the first pitch of the ball game. Flew out to right field. So both teams have been aggressive at the plate, swinging early. As Hampton's going to lift that one over to the first base side, out of play. As Kellogg wheels and fires the 0-1. Hampton, half-hearted swing, can't hold up. Count falls to 0-2. Crowd still filing in on this Thursday night. Of course, when you think Thursday nights in minor league baseball, you think of drink specials. As Hampton is going to shoot one down the left field line, it's going to be toward the corner. Hampton's trying to outrun the baseball. The tag at second is not in time, as there was a slight collision with Jimmy Paredes. And that is Reese Hampton just being aggressive out of the box. He was thinking double from the first moment. As the ball was gathered up by Luke Becker, it was a good throw. And Hampton just getting a foot under the tag. And that brings up Jack Reinheimer. So Gastonia with their first hit of the ball game. And we'll see what they can do with it. Reinheimer was 2 for 5 yesterday. Was 1 for 4 on Tuesday. The wind is blowing in from left field just slightly toward the right field corner. Not nearly as feverishly as it was yesterday. As Reinheimer's going to lift that one up and out of play. So now that Gastonia has finally broken the seal on a potential no-hit bid from Ryan Kellogg, perhaps they can put some runners on and get some runners in. Everybody in the infield playing back at their normal depth. It's the curveball taken for strike 3. A 69-mile-an-hour bender from Ryan Kellogg. The strikeout number 3 in the ballgame. And that'll bring up Joseph Rosa. We'll start digging into some of the scores from around the league next inning. We do have one final in the books already as Lexington loses 6-1 to Long Island. That one I know for sure. The pitch to Rosa. Rosa hits it sharply out to second. Paredes lost the handle on it briefly, but is still able to maintain his composure and get it over to Chris Shaw. Hampton gets over to third. And with 2 down, that brings up Zach Jarrett. Jarrett hit the ball on the button his first time up, so much so it bounced out of the shortstop's glove, and Gavin Johns was able to recover the baseball before it hit the ground. And now he has an opportunity with a runner at third base to get Gastonia on the board. The pitch from Kellogg misses up, working the count to 2-0. The shadows here at the ballpark start to make their way onto the field, basically from behind the on-deck circle on the third base side. The shadows have basically gotten halfway between the mound and home plate. As Jarrett lifts the ball out to deep left field, but Becker will make the catch shy of the track to retire the side. Reese Hampton gets a double, but he's left at third. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Scoreless on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number 1. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty.
What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut. Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza. A winning combination.
Hey, this is Brady Salisbury, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Gastonia and Wild Health scoreless. As both clubs have allowed just one hit. Reese Hampton a double for Gastonia in the fourth inning. Luke Becker a single in the first inning. As Jerry Keel will face off against Chris Davis, Moises Sierra, and Chris Shaw. As Chris Davis popped up his first time up. Chris Davis takes the first pitch for a strike. Back in 2016, Chris Davis was traded to the Oakland Athletics for one name that you might know if you're a baseball aficionado and one name that you're absolutely not going to know. It's Davis. Ropes that down to the right field corner off the Moe's sign. Zach Jarrett got to it quickly, however, makes a good throw in, and Davis is held to a single. In that trade that happened in February of 2016, Davis was traded to the A's for Jacob Nottingham, a journeyman catcher who is still in the majors, I believe, and a guy named Bubba Derby. I have no idea, and I'm sure that you don't either. Part of the story of Chris Davis and his 220-plus home runs in the major leagues, playing here in the Atlantic League. It's the pitch to Moises Sierra. Misses inside. Keel looks in, a 2-0 count to Moises Sierra. The pitch misses inside. Now the count 3-0. Keel looks over at first. Davis with a conservative lead. That fastball taken for a strike at 88 miles an hour. Keel has the sign from Holderbach. Here's the 3-1 as that ball rolled out to Reinheimer. Reinheimer to Rosa, the relay over to first in time. Jack Reinheimer had to go backhand side into the hole, fielded it cleanly, got it to Rosa, and then at that point it became pretty academic as Rosa was quickly able to get it over to Castro for the 6-4-3 double play. So a phenomenal turn by one of the best infield defensive combinations in the Atlantic League. So, of course, obviously Joseph Rosa was the midseason Atlantic League All-Star at second base. One of two players for the Gastonia Honey Hunters honored with that. Marcus Walden the other, as he was the second starting pitcher behind Mackenzie Mills of Southern Maryland. Goose Gazzo did get a nod as one of the All-Star managers. Two managers, one All-Star team. As the pitch to Shaw, taken for a strike, the count quickly goes to 0-2. Scoreless ball game here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The pitch just misses to work the count to 1-2. Keel goes plateward. Fastball misses down. Count evens at 2-2. Jerry Keel pretty much sits around 88, 89 miles an hour. Sometimes he'll take a digit off or add a digit and find himself somewhere in that 87 to 90 mile an hour range. But he pretty much sits at around 88, maybe 89. Keel has the sign at the belt, delivers. Pitch misses inside. Now the count runs full. Shaw had a walk his first time up. And we'll see what happens here with this payoff pitch. Shaw's going to lift that one up and out of play over on the third base side. And a young man trying to make a catch over on the third base side. Doesn't make the catch and almost gets his lady friend seriously hurt beside of him. So we go back to the action, a payoff pitch due, Chris Shaw. Here's the offering. Fastball just misses. He didn't miss by much if he missed at all. Shaw walks for the second time in the game. And that brings up Anderson Miller. Miller, a strikeout victim, his last time up. Miller's going to chop that one into the Gastonia dugout over on the first base side. Miller was born in May 1994 here in Lexington, Kentucky. Anderson Latrell Miller. Played collegiately at Western Kentucky University, was drafted in the 2015 draft in the third round by the Kansas City Royals, who at that time had a minor league affiliate here in Lexington. So Anderson Miller's early professional career was quite synergistic. He did play parts of 2015 in Lexington. 2 home runs and 21 RBI in that 2015 season. He also played for the Burlington Royals, which at that time was the step below the Lexington Legends, as a member of the Appalachian League. He would come back to Lexington in 2016, where his numbers would be a little bit better. The 0-2 to Miller. Fastball cut on and missed. He strikes out again, and we're through 4 innings here in Lexington. Scoreless ball game here on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll go to the 5th here in just a bit.
If coming to a Honey Hunters game is good, then coming to a game as a group is better. If you're a school, church, or civic organization looking for a great time together, call 704-874-1810 and ask about a group package. The number again is 704-874-1810. Ask about our picnic options that include hot dogs, sliders, and pulled pork. 704-874-1810. Honey Hunters Baseball. Better with friends. Looking for a new career? Want to make an upwards of $40,000 a year? Want to work a schedule that fits your lifestyle? Want to do it all from the front seat of your car? I thought I had your attention. Domino's is hiring. If you want to cash in on a new opportunity, log on to jobs.domino's.com. That's jobs.domino's.com. The Gas House Bar and Grill is the place to find a broad palette of menu items that you won't find anywhere else at Caramont Health Park. Burgers? Got it. Pulled pork nachos? Check. How about jerk chicken sandwiches? We got that too. Oh, and fried plantains? Of course we do. The Gas House Bar and Grill is a world tour for the taste buds, nightly at Caramont Health Park. We'll see you at the Gas House Bar and Grill.
Top of the fifth inning here in Lexington. A scoreless ball game between the Wild Health Genomes and your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Gastonia will have Luis Castro, Jake Skoll, and Raider Ascanio stepping to the plate against Ryan Kellogg, who has been very, very good in this contest. Castro flew out to center field on a sharply hit baseball his first time up. A .272 average, 6 homers, 24 RBI. It's between the innings here at Wild Health Field. They had the Dizzy Plunger race, which commonly is a substitute for the Dizzy Bat race when you have a plumbing sponsor or anything related to water. And there's a method to the madness of winning a Dizzy Plunger race. As Castro's going to lift that one out into center field. Moore will drift back and make the catch, and there's one down in the fifth inning. That'll bring up Jake Skoll. And it's real simple. You've got 3 types of people that take part in a Dizzy Plunger race. The excited person that goes around in circles 100 miles an hour. The other guy that is completely disinterested. And then the other guy. The Skoll will step into the box. He grounded out to second his first time up. This time he's going to roll it over to Shaw. He'll race over, touch the bag, and there's quickly 2 down. The third guy has the advantage. If he goes slowly in circles with the plunger, he won't go nearly as many times as the excited guy. The excited guy will get 10 laps around, and the MC never notices the other guy's not going 10 times around in a circle. So therefore, you don't get nearly as dizzy, and you can leave as soon as the MC says go. As the pitch misses down to Ascanio, and it's the third guy that has the better chance of winning the race. Some call it cheating. I call it drafting. As the fastball misses outside. So Ascanio, he grounded out to second to lead off the third inning. The pitch misses outside from Kellogg. Now the count quickly 3-0 to Ascanio as the shadows starting to make their way a little more profoundly onto the field of play. That pitch taken for strike 1. 3-1 count to Ascanio. Alex Holderbach on deck if Ascanio can reach. The pitch. Ascanio's going to lift that one out into left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. It's Ascanio was sitting on the fastball. Didn't quite get the fastball. Hit it off the end of the bat, but was still able to muscle it out to left center field. He's got the second hit for the Honey Hunters. And that brings up Alex Holderbach. So Ascanio will take his lead over at first. Chris Shaw holding him on. Ascanio will go. The throw down to second is not in time. Ascanio went on the first move from Kellogg. A good throw down from Valo. And we're halfway through in Lexington. Scoreless on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be right back. Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810.
Bottom of the fifth inning. Let's take a look at scores from around the Atlantic League on this Thursday night. 4 games being played. 1 game's already gone final. Long Island beat Lexington 6-1 at Long Island. We have partials. Top of the 4th inning. Staten Island has a 3-0 lead on Southern Maryland. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Lancaster has a 4-0 lead on the High Point Rockers. In the bottom of the 4th inning, the York Revolution have a lead 4-0 over the Charleston Dirty Birds. Here, nothing doing. Scoreless ball game, 2 hits apiece. That's been about it. Chase Valo, Demetrius Moore, and Gavin Johns will bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So glad that you could join us this evening on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. And of course, as you know now, not only are the Gastonia Honey Hunters having a phenomenal year, a year that is somewhat historic in the annals of Gastonia professional baseball. They are on pace for 94 wins. That would outdo the 92-48 record that the 1989 Gastonia Rangers had. That was the team that had Pudge Rodriguez on it when they were a member of the South Atlantic League. Valo will wait on the first offering from Jerry Keel. Fastball catches the outside edge for strike 1. I say all of that because the Gastonia Honey Hunters are in the playoffs. That will begin in late September. The 0-1 from Keel. Here it comes. Misses outside. You're probably wondering where you can get your playoff tickets. Well, we're not starting to sell playoff tickets just yet. But if you get a half-season's ticket, you're going to get a lot of perks to go with great seats for Honey Hunters baseball. As the pitch cut on and missed from Valo, the count goes to 1-2. If you get a half-season's ticket, you, of course, get prorated pricing. which is phenomenal. You get the Atlantic League Seasons Pass, which gets you access to the other 8 fields in the league. As Velo is going to foul that one off over on the first base side. The final perk that you get is playoff tickets. Plain and simple. But you've got to have at least a half season's ticket to make that a reality. If you want to purchase those tickets, 704-874-1810 as Keel misses inside to even the count at 2-2. The pitch from Keel just misses outside. Now the count works itself full. Keel has given up 2 hits in the ball game in the front of the order. Luke Becker with a single, Chris Davis with a single. 2 walks in the middle of the order, that being to Chris Shaw. The 3-2 from Keel. Strike 3. Velo goes down looking. 5th strikeout for Jerry Keel. That'll bring up Demetrius Moore. Again, that number, 704-874-1810. Moore, a strikeout victim his first time up. Soscano playing even with the bag at third. Castro playing off the line even with the bag at first. As Moore swings and misses through that curveball. Bottom of the 5th inning here in Lexington. As the pitch misses just inside. Moore back in the box, right-handed here against the southpaw Jerry Keel. The 1-1, right down the middle, works the count to 1-2. Keel has the sign from Holderbach. Here's the offering. That misses just inside, perhaps. So the count evens at 2-2. It's Moore back in the box. Here's the 2-2. That ball in on the hands, rolled out to Rosa. Rosa quickly gets it over to Castro. And there's 2 down here in the 5th. Folks, the decision to buy or sell your home is a lifetime decision. It's one you'll always remember. Moss Realty makes your experience pleasant, hassle-free, with no hoops to jump through. Moss Realty can do that for you, and they've done it for others for over 25 years. Call 704-865-5555 or log on to mossrealty.com to find out how Moss Realty can help you. The hometown experts. Moss Realty. As the pitch to Johns lifted out to right field. Jarrett up against the wall, and he'll make the catch in front of the Woodman's life sign to retire the 5th inning against the Genomes. We go to the 6th, scoreless here in Lexington. We'll be back on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit gsmsince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit gsmsince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters!
Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty.
And we go to the sixth inning. Gastonia and Wild Health scoreless in this ball game as Alex Holderbach, Jalen Smith, and Reese Hampton will lead off here in that sixth frame. It's Gastonia trying to make it a sweep of the Genomes in this three-game set. 6:15 tomorrow night is when the Legends come to town, the first time that Lexington, the 2021 Atlantic League champs, make their way to the ballpark. As the pitch to Holderbach misses up to get the inning started. Ryan Kellogg has been far better than his season numbers would indicate today. The 1-0 misses up again. It'll be a 6:15 game on Saturday night, a 4:15 Sunday game. Before we take Monday off and prepare for a trip to York, Pennsylvania. As the pitch misses again, Holderbach in the driver's seat now, 3-0. One of those ball games tonight where it could be one inning makes all the difference in the world. A crooked number for any team could be the difference. Is that pitch taken for strike one? Holderbach back in the box. Kellogg, that ball's going to get lifted down the right field line. It's going to be just foul. Holderbach missed extra bases there by maybe 5 feet. But it works the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Holderbach flew out to center field in his first time up. Pitch from Kellogg. Cut on and miss. Holderbach might have chased one out of the strike zone. So there's one down here in the sixth now. It's strikeout number 4 for Ryan Kellogg, and that'll bring up Jalen Smith, who was a strikeout victim in his only at bat. While I've got a chance, I can let you know who the all-stars in the Atlantic League are, but not before Jalen Smith rips one through the left side of the infield. He's got himself a one-out single, and that's 3 consecutive innings for Gastonia where they've had a base hit. That'll bring up Reese Hampton. Hampton had a double. His second time up. And now there's plenty of speed on the base paths. We'll see how Gastonia frames it in this context. Kellogg delivers. Hampton's going to foul that one off to the right side and out of play. And let's take a station ID on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Your home for Gastonia Honey Hunters baseball. AM 1450, 101.1 FM, and streaming on the TuneIn app. WGNC.
Wild Health Field is where we are, top of the sixth inning, a scoreless ball game, but Gastonia has a little something cooking here with one down in the inning. They'll throw over to first, and Kellogg has the ball go away from Chris Shaw. As Ryan Kellogg, not using his A move, lobbed the ball over to first base, and Chris Shaw never saw it. It got past him. It's going to be an error on Kellogg. And now Jalen Smith is down at second. And in a scoreless ball game, that's exactly the kind of gift you need to put something on the board. They do play Hampton to pull slightly, as Hampton's going to foul that one back off the screen. The right field side of the ballpark this time of day is obviously the sun field. I'm not surprised that Shaw wasn't able to track that baseball down. Paredes would have some difficulty on a line drive, and a fly ball to right field could be trouble for Anderson Miller. You almost want a ground ball if you're Wild Health, as Hampton's going to shoot that one to the right side, out of play. At the catcher position in the Atlantic League midseason All-Star team, Colton Shaver of the Lancaster Barnstormers. He was recently signed by the Toronto Blue Jays. He's now playing a AAA ball. Kelly Dugan, the All-Star first baseman for the Barnstormers. Joseph Rosa at second. Elmer Reyes, the shortstop for the York Revolution. We'll see him next week. As Hampton's going to roll that one over to second. Paredes fields. The throw to Shaw is in time. There's two down. Jalen Smith gets to third. And that'll bring up Jack Reinheimer. At third base, Carlos Franco for the York Revolution has put up some big offensive numbers this year. We'll see him next week on the road. Courtney Hawkins, part of the outfield that includes Ben Aklinski and David Harris. Hawkins with Lexington, Aklinski with High Point, David Harris of Southern Maryland. Xander Wheel is the designated hitter for High Point. The Rockers had two All-Stars on the team. Mackenzie Mills and Marcus Walden, the two pitchers, arguably the two best pitching staffs, would have the two All-Star pitchers on it. As Reinheimer lifts that ball out to right field, Miller seems to have a beat on it. He will make the catch and retire the side. Jalen Smith, one out single, goes for naught. We go to the bottom of the sixth, scoreless on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this season. Log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot all summer long. That's gohoneyhunters.com/tickets. Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramount Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramount Health. Care first.
Your online home for the Gastonia Honey Hunters is www.gohoneyhunters.com. Stats, standing stories, and more at gohoneyhunters.com. That's www.gohoneyhunters.com.
This is Jake Skoll of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you're listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Bottom of the sixth inning, Gastonia and Wild Health scoreless here in the bottom of the sixth inning. As the Wild Health Genomes will send Luke Becker, Jimmy Paredes, and Chris Davis to the plate. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are tuning in on this Thursday night. For all those listening in Gaston County and surrounding area, AM 1450, 101.1 FM, WGNC, thank you for tuning in to tonight's ball game. To those that prefer the streaming option, WGNCradio.com, as well as GoHoneyHunters.com. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's action. It's the breaking ball to Becker, cut on and missed. Evens the count at 1-1. As we get deeper into August on Friday nights, the streaming option and perhaps the YouTube option will be your only options for those particular Friday night games. As Becker rolls that one over to third, it's a foul ball as Ascanio barehands it before trying to throw it over to first. Decided not to once it was called foul. High school football is about a month away, say 5 weeks away. And WGNC will have high school football on their airwaves. It should be an interesting year. And with that, we'll go streaming on those Friday night games. It's the breaking ball, cut on and missed. Becker's a strikeout victim. It's the sixth strikeout for Jerry Keel in this ball game. That'll bring up Jimmy Paredes. Of course, we want to thank Sam Robinson, who's helping get the YouTube games, the road games, off the ground back in Gastonia. We also want to thank the Verge crew, who works out of Lexington, Kentucky, to bring the games to you on YouTube. Of course, all the games can be found at home on the YouTube channel, but we do have select road games that we put on the YouTube channel as well. After this pitch, I'll introduce some of those folks that are part of that broadcast here in Lexington, as Paredes will foul that one off at home plate. Judith Drake is the technical director again tonight. Maddie Robinson is the replay operator, and Sam Wallace-Smith is the high home camera operator. So they're bringing you the sights. I'm bringing you the sounds on the YouTube page. So thank you each and every one of you for tuning in this evening. The pitch from Keel, changeup, cut on and missed. The count is now 1-2. The entire crowd tonight, save that of about 20 people above the Gastonia dugout, merely observing tonight's action as the curveball taken for a ball to even the count at 2-2. But this group of 20, all wearing the same type of hat, is incredibly animated about everything that transpires on the field. The 2-2. Fouled off at the plate. For whatever reason, they're here and they're excited to be here. Paredes will step back into the box and wait on the 2-2 from Jerry Keel. Paredes, slow roller, Ascanio can't make the play on the bare hand. And it'll be a base hit for Jimmy Paredes. third hit for Wild Health in the ballgame. They have the same amount of hits as Gastonia. That brings up Chris Davis. The pitch to Davis. Davis lifts it foul and out of play. Chris Davis's MO is pretty simple. He's not trying to work the ball to the opposite field on the ground. He's not trying to get a seeing eye single between the shortstop and the third baseman. He's trying to lift and separate the baseball out of the ballpark. As the breaking ball cut on and fouled back toward the first base or third base dugout. Back in 2018, not only was the major league leader in home runs, but he was also the winner of the Edgar Martinez Award, which goes to the best designated hitter in Major League Baseball for that particular season. And 48 home runs should do that. Back in 2021, Chris Davis was part of a deal that sent Jonah Heim and Dane Acker to the Texas Rangers in exchange for Elvis Andrus and Aramis Garcia. As the pitch misses, evening the count at 2-2. Ultimately, Aramis Garcia has now made his way to the Cincinnati Reds. As Davis waits on the 2-2 from Keel. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses down. The count runs full. One down here in the bottom of the sixth inning, a scoreless ball game. Gastonia has already turned one double play in the ball game. They would love nothing more than to get Chris Davis to roll into a giddy-up. The pitch from Keel. Davis is going to shoot that one straight back and out of play. Chris Davis, when he signed with the Wild Health Genomes, certainly raised some eyebrows in the league. I mean, he's a name. Make no mistake about it. Before coming to Lexington as a member of the Wild Health Genomes, as he fouls another pitch out of the way, he was playing in Mexico for the Diablos Rojos del Mexico. Paredes down at first base. Still messing with his batting gloves as Luis Castro holds him on at first. Here's the pitch to Davis. Fastball misses up, and it's a walk. Runners at first and second with one down. It's the third free pass surrendered by Jerry Keel, and now Goose Gazzo is going to make the stroll out to the bump. And we'll see if this is a change or just a meeting. And it's just a meeting. Jerry Keel has thrown 89 pitches in the game, 55 for strikes. And Moises Sierra will step up to the plate. He was the batter that grounded into the double play his last time up. Gastonia, no runs on 3 hits, no errors. Wild Health, no runs on 3 hits, 1 error. And it looks like Jimmy Paredes is coming out of the game. And it looks like it's going to be Clayton Melbauer that'll come in his stead. So Melbauer will go to the 2nd spot in the batting order. He'll be running down at 2nd, and it stands to reason that they'll either do something along the lines of moving Gavin Johns to 2nd and moving Melbauer to short, or just moving Melbauer over to 2nd. The pitch to Sierra, taken for strike 1. We'll find that out next half inning, how Mark Minikazi handles things defensively as Paredes is now out of the game. The pitch misses down, evens the count at 1-1. There is a little stirring in the bullpen for Gastonia, but no committed throwing as of yet. Keel will have that pitch chopped back to the third base side on deck circle. Count now 1-2. Melbauer down at 2nd, Davis over at 1st. Sierra waits on the 1-2. Misses outside. The count evens at 2-2. I would imagine that regardless of what happens in this inning, Keel will not pitch in the 7th. But he's trying to get through the 6th with no harm done. Here's the offering. Fastball misses down. Now the count runs full. Keel has the sign from Holderbach. Here's the pitch. That ball hits sharply out to Rosa. Rosa to Reinheimer. Reinheimer the relay to 1st, and there it is. There is your web gem of the night as Rosa, with the glove side snare of the baseball, has the presence of mind to pivot on his knees, get it over to Reinheimer, and then a delicious relay over to first base to retire the side. A 4-6-3 twin killing in Gastonia. Goes to the 7th inning, tied in a scoreless ball game. We'll be back in just a bit.
Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty. Ladies and gentlemen, as a public service, here's a little vocabulary lesson for all the parents out there. The word is drip. Means cool, trendy, or hip. Where do Honey Hunters fans find their drip? Your fashion destination in the gas house is at the Honey Hunters team store at Caramont Health Park. Put some swag in your bag at the Honey Hunters team store. Hashtag drip season. Seriously, I have no idea what drip season means.
What could be better this summer than a Honey Hunters baseball season? The crack of the bat, the pop of the mitt, the smell of fresh cut. Hey guys, stop. We have turf here at the ballpark. Let's try this again. The smell of fresh cut Domino's Pizza. Sold nightly here at Caramont Health Park. The Gastonia Honey Hunters and Domino's Pizza, a winning combination.
Don't miss out on all the action at Caramont Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810.
And we go to the 7th inning. Joseph Rosa will lead things off for Gastonia in a scoreless ball game. Rosa did it on the defensive end last half inning. Maybe he can do it on the offensive end right here. It's the pitch taken from Ryan Kellogg for a strike. So Rosa grounds that one over to third. Sierra going to return the favor, throwing across the diamond for out one. That'll bring up Zach Jarrett. Both clubs 3 hits in this ball game. As Ryan Kellogg has been very good. Jerry Keel has been equally good. And he's had a couple of middle infielders do some real work turning double plays. Jarrett swings and misses. Jarrett hit a line drive out to shortstop that was snared by Gavin Johns, and then hit a fly ball to left field pretty deep. And he's going to have himself a base knock here as he shoots it over the head of Moises Sierra. And he has a 1-out knock. The 4th straight inning with a hit. The downside is that only one of them was a leadoff hit, as Luis Castro will step to the plate. This last half inning, Clayton Melbauer came in to run for Jimmy Paredes. He's now at second base. As Castro swings and misses on the changeup from Ryan Kellogg. As Castro was looking for a fastball and he got the changeup instead. Kellogg, the 0-1. They'll throw a pitch out. The count evens at 1-1. Jarrett, of course, one of the league leaders in stolen bases. Could get the green light here. As the pitch cut on and missed, Castro again loses his hand off the bottom hand of the bat. You'd think most of the time, if anybody's going to lose a hand off the bat, it's the top hand. Well, not for Castro. 100% of the time, if he loses a hand on the bat, it's the bottom hand, which tells you he's really trying to drive it through. As the pitch misses. Zach Jarrett with 21 stolen bases on the season. He, of course, is third on this team behind Jack Reinheimer's 28 and Reese Hampton's 33. As Jarrett's going to go. Castro's going to roll it out to second, and it's going to be bobbled by Gavin Johns. And it'll be an error on Johns as he tried to hurry up and get it over to second. And instead he got it to nobody. That'll bring up Jake Skoll. With Jarrett going, he was barreling in on second base. Gavin Johns, if he had to do it over, would have probably just fielded it and gone to first. But he tried to rush it to second, and he wasn't able to get anything. So now Jake Skoll will step to the plate with a chance to perhaps get Gastonia on the board. Here's the pitch. Big breaking ball, misses up. A 66-mile-an-hour curveball. That's not too far away from Ephus pitch territory. The Skoll swings and misses on the slider. The count evens at 1-1. Now with Kellogg relying heavily on the breaking pitch, could we see a double steal here at some point? As the pitch fouled at the plate. Another breaking ball. And Skoll was frustrated with himself as he thought that Kellogg might have hung that a little bit. And with the count now at 1-2, Skoll finds himself in a bit of a hole. Now, the one thing that would possibly get in the way of Jarrett trying to take third would be Velo having a clean line of sight to third. Skoll is a left-handed batter, and that does matter. The Skoll goes down on strikes. There's 2 down in the inning. Fifth strikeout. Fifth strikeout for Ryan Kellogg, and now there'll be a meeting at the mound. Raider Ascanio will step to the plate with 2 down in the inning. Ascanio does have one of the hits for Gastonia. In the ball game, Reese Hampton has a base hit. It's the only extra base hit of the game for Gastonia. Jarrett has a single. Ascanio has a single. Jalen Smith has a single, as does Raider Ascanio. Gastonia 4 hits in the ball game. They've out-hit Wild Health 4-3. Plus Wild Health has committed a couple of errors. Ascanio takes a first pitch strike. A scoreless ball game here in the top of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Ascanio hits it sharply through the right side. They're going to send Jarrett. The throw to the plate is going to be not in time as Jarrett slides in, and Gastonia is on the board. Ascanio didn't try to do too much. He got it through the right side of the infield. The throw from Anderson Miller was just not quite in time. Velo tried to apply the tag, but Jarrett got in hands first just in time as Alex Holderbach will step to the plate. Gastonia on the board. And Raider Ascanio has a multi-hit game and the lone run driven in of the contest. Here's the pitch to Holderbach. He'll shoot that one out of play to the right side. 2 down here in the 7th inning. Gastonia has finally broken through the stalemate. Castro down at third, Ascanio at second, both advancing on the throw from Miller. Holderbach slashes that one back to the screen behind home plate. Gastonia had throwing going on in the bullpen, not aggressive throwing. Right now there's nobody throwing. Perhaps Keel will in fact get the ball to go into the 7th. Holderbach waits on the pitch. Fastball misses up. Counts 1-2. 88-mile-an-hour fastball from Kellogg. So Kellogg, much like Keel, doesn't necessarily light up the radar gun. But he has been around the plate all evening and has been pretty effective. But he's now on the negative side of a 1-0 ball game. As Holderbach lifts that one to left field. And looking up is Becker, and it's not going to matter. As Holderbach has made this a 4-0 game. As the pride of the Eastern Kentucky Colonels will round third and head home, and Gastonia has busted it open with Holderbach's first home run of the year. My sweet mother. As Alex Holderbach enters Mastonia territory. And that'll spell the end of the night for Ryan Kellogg. When we come back on the other side of the timeout, we'll see who comes on to pitch for the Wild Health Genomes as Gastonia owns a 4-0 lead. We'll be right back.
Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as heating and cooling, hot, cold, or drafty rooms, high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings, indoor air quality, and much more. GSM Services, your one-stop shop for all comfort issues in your home. GSM offers 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and right now they're offering a free home energy audit. So if you're having any issues in your home or office, know that you can always trust leaving your comfort to GSM. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMSince1927.com to talk to someone about any comfort issues you're having in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters.
Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball. Coming into the ball game is Edubre Ramos, right-handed pitcher for the Wild Health Genomes, as Alex Holderbach has just busted this one open for Gastonia. We'll get to the line for Ryan Kellogg, whose 7th inning imploded on him in very fast fashion. And his effort was far better than his final numbers are going to indicate. As Jalen Smith swings and misses, the count 0-2. I'll try to get to Ramos' numbers here in just a moment. Ramos 2-0 on the year, a 6.19 ERA, making his 16th appearance. 16 innings, 22 hits, 11 runs, all earned, 6 walks, 13 strikeouts. As the pitch from Ramos misses down. Gastonia with a 4-run outburst here in the 7th. And I mentioned it earlier, the first team with a crooked number very easily could win this ball game. And I think that's what may happen, especially with the very prominent bullpen wearing the gray uniforms. Smith has singled and struck out. Gastonia with 3 hits in the inning, including the big one from Alex Holderbach to give Gastonia the 4-0 advantage. Here's the pitch. Jalen Smith swings and misses to retire the side, but not before Gastonia puts 4 on the board. We go to stretch time here in Gastonia, or here in Lexington, as Gastonia has the 4-0 lead on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Looking for a new career? Want to make an upwards of $40,000 a year? Want to work a schedule that fits your lifestyle? Want to do it all from the front seat of your car? I thought I had your attention. Domino's is hiring. If you want to cash in on a new opportunity, log on to jobs.domino's.com. That's jobs.domino's.com. The Gas House Bar and Grill is the place to find a broad palette of menu items that you won't find anywhere else at Caramont Health Park. Burgers? Got it. Pulled pork nachos? Check. How about jerk chicken sandwiches? Uh-huh. We got that too. Oh, and fried plantains? Of course we do. The Gas House Bar and Grill is a world tour for the taste buds, nightly at Caramont Health Park. We'll see you at the Gas House Bar and Grill. If coming to a Honey Hunters game is good, then coming to a game as a group is better. If you're a school, church, or civic organization looking for a great time together, call 704-874-1810 and ask about a group package. The number again is 704-874-1810.
First pitch, Proctor into second.
Ask about our
Goes to
picnic
short.
options that
Here's the
include hot
pitch.
dogs, sliders,
He hits this
and
one to
pulled
short.
pork.
Second for the force out, and that ends the inning.
704-874-1810. Honey Hunters Baseball. Better with friends.
Play at the plate as
Whether you're
Irvin
stuck
is
in
going
traffic
to be
after a long day
tagged
at
out
work
home.
or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home.
He hits
If
a
you're
grounder
looking
to
to enter the
second, double play
marketplace as
ball.
a buyer
They
or a
throw it to
seller,
second.
Moss Realty has a proven
he
history
gets
of
this one a
results
ton.
with professionals
Center
that
field
operate
going back,
in the
and it is
highest
outta
state of
here.
ethical conduct. Let 'em
Chris
work for
Shaw
you.
with a 2-run home run here in the bottom of the first.
704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555. Moss Realty.
We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Gastonia with a 4-0 advantage. As Jerry Keel's night has come to a close, they go to Euclides Lair. Gastonia now with an opportunity to close out this series with a sweep as they'll go to the trusty right-hander in Lair. We'll get to his numbers here in just a second. The young man out of El Sabo, Dominican Republic. Lair's numbers get better and better as the season progresses. It's the pitch, inside edge for strike two. Lair 2-0 on the season, a .82 ERA and 24 appearances. 22 innings pitched, 15 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 9 walks, 17 strikeouts, a 192 average against. Shaw, Miller, and Valo to come on here in the 7th inning for the Genomes as the breaking ball misses inside. And the way that I describe Euclides Lair's motion is he looks like a guy skipping rocks on the water at 92 miles an hour. As the count has worked its way full against Chris Shaw. As Shaw rips it into right field. It'll be covered in one hop by Jarrett. Shaw, who's walked twice in the ballgame, has reached for a third time, this time with a base hit. That'll bring up Anderson Miller. Lair's professional career started in 2010 when he played in the Dominican Summer League for the White Sox. Eventually in 2011 got to the Appalachian League. In 2012, he played for the Kannapolis Intimidators briefly. In 2013, he spent more time in the White Sox chain, a 5-13 record for Kannapolis. He ultimately, as Miller lifts that one high to right field. Jarrett has it measured. He'll make the catch, and there's one down in the 7th. And that'll bring up Chase Valo. He would eventually make it to Double-A for the Birmingham Barons. He pitched in 7 games, an 0-1 record. That was in 2016. In 2017-2018, he did not play, according to Baseball Reference. 2019 and 2020, he played for Estrellas in the Dominican Winter League. It's the pitch from Lair taken for a strike. .6'2", 175 pounds, as that is strike 2 on the outside edge. 31 years old, born December 28th of 1990. As the Frisbee slider cut on and missed, and Valo is a strikeout victim. I do have the line for Jerry Keel. Jerry Keel went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs, nothing earned, of course. He walked 3 and he struck out 6. Demetrius Moore will step to the plate. Jerry Keel looking for win number 6 on the season. It's the pitch taken for strike 1. Shaw takes the lead at first. Here's the Frisbee slider, misses inside. Gastonia has out-hit Wild Health 6-4 in this ball game, but the error from Gavin Johns has made a big difference in this ball game, as it gave Gastonia a little extra life, and they capitalized. Alex Holderbach got his first home run of the season. Lair misses outside. Lair took a little something off of that one, 86 miles an hour. Runs the count even at 2-2. Shaw taking a very conservative lead at first. Moore is going to lift that one out to Reinheimer. Reinheimer will make the catch on the soft liner, and that'll retire the side. We go to the 8th. Gastonia leads 4-0 on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as heating and cooling, hot, cold, or drafty rooms, high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings, indoor air quality, and much more. GSM Services, your one-stop shop for all comfort issues in your home. GSM offers 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and right now they're offering a free home energy audit. So if you're having any issues in your home or office, know that you can always trust leaving your comfort to GSM. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about any comfort issues you're having in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
Now we go to the top of the 8th inning. Reese Hampton will lead things off for Gastonia, followed by Jack Reinheimer and Joseph Rosa. So we thank you so much for being here on this Thursday night. Game 3 of the brief 3-game road trip before Gastonia comes back home to take on the Lexington Legends. Ramos will have his first full inning of action. It's the first pitch from Ramos to Hampton, who now bats from the left side, is taken for a ball. 4-6-0 for Gastonia, 0-4-2 for the Genomes. So we'll take a look at the Atlantic League scoreboard here in just a little bit. Not looking really good for High Point right now. They're down 10-0 in the top of the 7th. As Hampton lifts that pitch out to right center field, Moorer will make the catch. That'll bring up Jack Reinheimer. York has a 6-0 lead in Charleston against the Dirty Birds. They're in the bottom of the 7th inning. And then Staten Island, top of the 8th inning, still has a lead on Southern Maryland. As Reinheimer rolls it out to shortstop, the throw over just in time. As Gavin Johns had to field it on the backhand side, and a good strong throw got Reinheimer by an eyelash at second. That'll bring up Joseph Rosa. David Martinez has gone 7 innings of one-hit baseball against the Blue Crabs. Rosa from the left side takes a pitch down from Ramos. Ramos, the 1-0, taken at the knees for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Ramos, the 1-1, misses inside the count, 2-1. Earlier today, Long Island beat the Lexington Legends 6-1. The Legends will be the next opponent for Gastonia. As I would imagine at this point of the evening, they have probably gotten down toward the Richmond area, maybe. Probably not. They got to get through the city. They may not even be through Philadelphia yet. That is a journey. Take a pillow. Bray Ramos, the 2-2 to Rosa. Here's the pitch. Rosa jumps on that offering, and he can't keep it fair. Rosa hit that ball past the basketball court here in the right field corner. He missed a home run by maybe 8-10 feet. It had plenty of distance. Just couldn't keep it fair. Breaking ball, taken for strike 3. Rosa didn't like the call as he gives the home plate umpire, Jason Tice, a very odd look, and that's the most demonstrative reaction we've had to Tice's strike zone this evening. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Gastonia leads 4-0 on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty. Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this season. Log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot all summer long. That's gohoneyhunters.com/tickets. Don't miss out on all the action at Caramount Health Park this summer. Get your tickets for every Honey Hunters game by calling 704-874-1810 or log on to www.gohoneyhunters.com/tickets to reserve your spot this season. That number again, 704-874-1810. Gastonia Honey Hunters Baseball, 704-874-1810.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramount Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramount Health. Care first.
Bottom of the 8th inning. Here at Wild Health Field, Gastonia with a 4-0 advantage. Goose Gazzo goes to his bullpen to the very tall right-hander, and Chad Sabatka. Sabatka, the 6'7" right-hander out of Sarasota, Florida, by way of the University of South Carolina Upstate, a Braves draftee, having made it to Atlanta for parts of 3 seasons. Sabatka deals fastball on the outside edge for strike 1 at 96 miles an hour. Come and get it. So it'll be Gavin Johns, followed by Luke Becker and Clayton Melbauer. Sabatka, 95 miles an hour, missed inside. I would say that Chad Sabatka probably can be considered a power arm. The 1-1. Fastball misses down, 95 again. Gastonia with 6 hits in the ball game, none bigger than Alex Holderbach's 3-run homer. Only the second extra base hit of the game for Gastonia. As that pitch is going to be fouled toward the picnic area by Gavin Johns. Johns has flown out to right field and grounded to short. And what he saw in his 2 at-bats against Jerry Keel is not the same as what he sees against Chad Sabatka. Here's the 2-2. Fastball misses up. Count runs full. Sabatka takes his 6'7" frame, gets downhill quickly, and throws it hard. The payoff. Shot toward the first base side, into the seats, and back out of the seats. I'll get to Sabatka's numbers here in just a moment. So he gets a brand new baseball. Sabatka, no record on the year, making his 8th appearance. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, no runs, 5 walks, 10 strikeouts, a 2.08 average against. It's the breaking ball hit out to Castro, and he'll have it go off his hands. So that'll be an error for Luis Castro. It's the first defensive miscue for Gastonia of the night. And that'll bring up Luke Becker. Becker singled in the first. He bounced to the catcher in the third, and he struck out in the 6th. Sabatka, fastball, 95. It's the sky beginning to wash out a little bit, making the transition to darkness. So it gets fully dark around here about 9:30. Sabatka misses down. Count evens at 1-1. Sabatka, after that pitch called from Jason Tice, shook his head a little bit, as if he disagreed mildly. Here's the 1-1. It's a slider. Bounced over to Sabatka, and Sabatka's going to have to take care of it himself at first, as Castro made his first move toward the baseball. So it'll be a 1 unassisted on the ground out. And that'll bring up Clayton Malbauer. Going down to second is Gavin Johns. So Malbauer, who came into the game as a pinch runner for Jimmy Paredes after getting an infield single, or correction, Paredes got the base hit, I should say. Got down to second base, and that's when Malbauer had to come in for it. Sabatka's pitch misses down. Sabatka's been throwing his fastball right at around 95, 96. Sabatka has the sign from Holderbach. Here's the offering. Slider taken for strike 2. Or correction, strike 1. 87 miles an hour on the slider. The pitch from Sabatka. That ball's going to be lifted foul and out of play. 94 on that fastball. John's the runner down at second here in a 4-0 ball game. Gastonia has the advantage. Melbauer steps back in the box, waits on the 1-2 from Sabatka. Here's the pitch. Slider, cut on and missed. Melbauer is out number 2. It's the 8th strikeout for Gastonia pitching in the ball game. That brings up Chris Davis. And this should be an intriguing matchup. Davis likes fastballs. Sabatka likes to throw fastballs. Davis has power. So does Sabatka. The biggest advantage Gastonia has here is the 4-run lead. The fastball is going to get past Holderbach. And getting down to third will be Gavin Johns. So 2 down in the inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball for a strike, 94. Davis on the evening, 1 for 2. He popped foul to first. He singled, was erased on a double play ball, and he walked. Where he was erased on a double play ball again. And that pitch hits Chris Davis. And now there'll be runners at the corners with 2 down here in the 8th inning. So they'll check on Chris Davis at first base as that ball was thrown up in the zone. It looks like it might have grazed the helmet of Chris Davis. It's a scary situation. As Moises Sierra will step to the plate with 2 out and runners on the corners. It's a 4-0 lead for Gastonia. While we've got a second, let's take a station ID here on the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Your home for Honey Hunters baseball, AM 1450 and 101.1 FM, WGNC, Gastonia, Charlotte.
Sierra 0 for 3 in the ball game, a ground out to short and grounded into a couple of double plays. Sabatka misses up with the fastball. The 1-0 misses outside, the count 2-0. So Sabatka trying to get through the 8th inning here. So the runner down at third is Gavin Johns. It's the slider taken for strike 1. An 85-mile-an-hour slider to work the count to 2-1. The inning started with a misplay at first base by Luis Castro. And then there was a ground ball to Sabatka, who touched first base, and then a strikeout. And the slider again misses inside, and now the count works to 3-1. The pitch from Sabatka, 3-1, grounded over to Castro. He'll bobble it, but pick it up and touch first, and that'll end the inning. So Chad Sabatka, despite some of the difficulty, gets through the 8th inning. And we go to the 9th. 4-0. Gastonia with the lead. GSM Services helps people live better through improved comfort, health, and energy efficiency. GSM Services provides high-quality home and commercial improvement services. They offer services for heating and cooling, energy audits, duct and dryer vent cleaning, attic insulation, crawl space solutions, generators, commercial roofing, and HVAC, indoor air cleaning products, and much, much more. GSM has been taking care of their customers' comfort since 1927. This unmatched experience has led them to build reliable processes to serve you and offer guidance to help you choose the right options for your home and business comfort needs. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMSince1927.com to talk to someone about the comfort issues you have in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMSince1927.com. Go Honey Hunters!
Whether you're stuck in traffic after a long day at work or working through a 10-game road trip, nothing feels as good as being home. If you're looking to enter the marketplace as a buyer or a seller, Moss Realty has a proven history of results with professionals that operate in the highest spirit of ethical conduct. Let them work for you. Call 704-865-5555 and find out how Moss Realty gets it done. 704-865-5555, Moss Realty.
Top of the 9th inning, Alexis Candelario pitching now for the Wild Health Genomes. The former Gastonia Honey Hunter from last year is on to pitch for just the 2nd time this season. Candelario, no record, has pitched 1 inning, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs. They were earned. He walked a batter. And that's been about it. So Alexis Candelario will face off against his former club, Zach Jarrett. Will lead things off here in the 9th inning. Jarrett, 1 for 3 in the ball game, a single and a run scored. All in that 4-run 7th. Candelario with the wind and the fire. Fastball taken for a strike at 90 miles an hour. Jarrett can't hold up on that slider as the count goes to 0-2. Jarrett continues his hot hitting since June 1. We'll see what happens here as the fastball misses down. Jarrett, Castro, and Skoll. It's Gastonia 3 outs away from getting the sweep here in Lexington. The 2nd straight sweep that they've had in Lexington, the last one against the Legends. Just a bit of trivia, folks, for this one. The last road game that the Gastonia Honey Hunters lost was June 26th against Southern Maryland. That was the game they had the 7-0 lead and lost 9-7. Candelario. Slider fouled back to the screen by Jarrett. Of course, once we're done with the action tonight, whenever that happens, we'll have the post-game show where we'll tell you what happened, and then we'll get you ready for tomorrow night when Derek Smith brings the call for the entire weekend against the Lexington Legends, and I go back to the PA box. And I get to see all of you at the ball game. As Jarrett's going to lift that one out into left center field. That's going to get down for a hit. Jarrett took a big turn at first, but he's going to have to retreat back there. Demetrius Moore did a very good job of cutting that ball off. Another bounce, and Jarrett's off to the races at second. Turns into a one-base hit. That'll bring up Luis Castro. Castro 0 for 3 in the ball game. And right now, as it stands, if this game doesn't have anything more dramatic occur in it, this will be the pivot point of the game, Castro's last at bat. The ground ball to Gavin Johns that was never completed. Should have been, at a minimum, an out of Castro at first base, which would have mitigated all of the damage that Gastonia did. But Gastonia has been opportunistic. You can't go 51-21 without being opportunistic. And they took advantage. An RBI single from Raider Ascanio, a 3-run shot from Holderbach, and that's where we stand. Candelario taken for a strike, 89 miles an hour. Candelario will throw over to first. Candelario, 40 years old, born in late May of 1982. And he has been around the world. Last season pitched in the Atlantic League for the Honey Hunters as well as the West Virginia Power / Charleston Charlies. In 2019, he pitched for the Long Island Ducks. He's pitched in Japan, Mexico, the Dominican. It's the slider misses. He's pitched for the Somerset Patriots back in 2016. Jarrett takes his lead at first. Here's the 1-2. Castro's going to shoot that one into the seats on the first base side. And the race is on. Sort of. It's a son versus a dad in a race to see who gets to the baseball. Dad almost just about hurt himself badly. And son is finally going to secure the baseball. As the pitch is down, Jarrett trying to steal second, and they'll call him safe. As the throw down to second was in time, but Melbauer was never able to get the tag on. They have replay here at the stadium. We'll see what happens. The crowd doesn't like it. I thought he was safe. So Jarrett gets the stolen base. Stolen base number 22 on the season, and the Fast Four continue their big numbers on the base paths. Castro waits on the 2-2, and the bat goes into the crowd. It's a strikeout for Castro. And the bat goes flying into the crowd. And a young man picks up the bat and goes racing out to the concourse as if he stole money from the bank. I don't understand that. He's fully entitled to the bat. Castro, if he decides to negotiate, can try to negotiate with the young man. But the young man ran away like he ripped off a bodega. Jake Skoll to the plate. Fastball from Candelario misses down. Skoll's going to lift one into right field. Jarrett's going to hold it third. So Jake Skoll has his first hit of the night, and there's runners on the corners with one down as Raider Ascanio steps to the plate. If you heard booing, you talk about a tough crowd. Someone apprehended the bat that the young man had gotten, and the crowd started booing the Genomes representative. In fact, some of the folks in the press box. I'm not quite sure what I've run into tonight. I would imagine that there'll be some sort of negotiation made with the young man that secured the bat. Ascanio swings and misses on the first offering. An 87-mile-an-hour pitch from Candelario. Ascanio waits on the 0-1, swings and misses, and now the count 0-2. It's Candelario with a big sweeping slider, nowhere near the strike zone, and Ascanio couldn't resist. Candelario sets. Here's the pitch to Ascanio. It's a fastball taken for strike three. Ascanio didn't like it. Chase Velo missed the ball. In fact, he boxed it at home plate. Skoll's going to reach second. And that'll bring up Alex Holderbach, who's the hero of the night. Holderbach has flown out to center, struck out, and hit a 3-run homer to put this game firmly in favor of Gastonia. Here's the pitch from Candelario, misses up. At the moment, Skoll is down to second on a pass ball. It's the pitch from Candelario. Misses outside. To even the count at 1-1, I thought. It's Holderbach. Slider taken for a strike. So now the count evens at 1-1. Jarrett down at third, Skoll down at second, both with singles in this inning. Holderbach swings and misses. Falls behind 1-2. Gastonia with the 4-0 advantage, trying to see if perhaps Holderbach can have an encore after the 3-run homer. The pitch taken for strike 3. Holderbach goes down looking. Candelario around 2 singles, strikes out the side. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Gastonia with a 4-0 advantage. We'll be back in just a moment on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. Folks, it's been the thrill of a lifetime to bring professional baseball back to the airwaves of Gaston County. As a lifelong supporter of Gastonia baseball, I understood at an early age how important it was to hear the game when I couldn't be at the game. And with the advent of internet streaming now, Gastonia Honey Hunters games have even more import within the community. It also provides a great opportunity to get your message out to the Gaston County community. If advertising with the Honey Hunters is something that interests you, give me a call at 704-874-1810 and inquire about advertising with the Gastonia Honey Hunters. The number again, 704-874-1810. The Honey Hunters Radio Network, your hometown team. Thank you for supporting Gastonia baseball.
Being first, the beginning of the line. So many people work so hard to be number one. But at Caramont Health, you don't have to struggle to be first. We prioritize you. Our award-winning teams use advanced treatments to serve you. We deliver the compassion and quality you deserve, always growing, building, and innovating for your care, your health, your life. Caramont Health. Care first.
This is Sam Bordner of the Gastonia Honey Hunters, and you are listening to the Honey Hunters Radio Network.
Folks, do you find yourself lacking confidence in public places? Would you like to earn respect among your peers and be well received socially? I've got just the answer. The Honey Hunters Team Store is your source for all the best looking t-shirts, hats, and accessories for you, your kids, and even your dog. Look good, feel good, fan better. It's always drip season at the Honey Hunters Team Store at Caramont Health Park. Bottom of the 9th inning, Jesus Balaguer comes on for the Honey Hunters. Not a save situation, but Balaguer with an opportunity to come in to close it out and get this sweep and move on to their 52nd win of the season. Balaguer (0-2) record on the year, 2.51 ERA, making his 34th appearance. 17 saves and 19 save opportunities. This is not one of them. 24 hits, 12 runs, 9 earned, 14 walks, 42 strikeouts. Chris Shaw will lead off here in the 9th inning for Wild Health, followed by Anderson Miller and Chase Velo. Shaw has reached every time in this ballgame as Balaguer throws a 93-mile-an-hour fastball wide for ball one. Gastonia, 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. 0-4-2 for Wild Health. Fastball taken for a strike, 92 miles an hour. 2 walks for Shaw, a single to right. Has reached 3 times in the ballgame. Balaguer, slider, misses down. Balaguer, formerly of the Houston Astros organization, one of the few men to say that he played for the Buies Creek Astros. They played at Campbell University for 2 seasons before moving back to Fayetteville as a member of the Fayetteville Woodpeckers. As the fastball misses down, the count 3-1 to Chris Shaw. Just a gorgeous evening here in Lexington as the day is coming to a close. Balaguer misses and Shaw reaches for the fourth time tonight, the third by a walk. It's the fourth walk issued by Gastonia pitching this evening. There's also been a hit by pitch. And Anderson Miller will step to the plate. The game in Charleston about to come to a close. York is up 6-0 on the Dirty Birds. Staten Island, who had a much more comfortable lead than they do now, has a 5-4 advantage on Southern Maryland. Fastball from Balaguer taken for a strike. Lancaster, top of the 8th inning, leads High Point 11-1. We'll give you one final update as we have the post-game show whenever that occurs. Balaguer misses high with the pitch. Lexington lost today, 6-1 to Long Island. They're the next opponent coming into town this weekend. Gastonia will have 2 more trips to Lexington after tonight's ball game, one against the Legends, one against the GENOMES. It's Miller, swings and misses. Count 1-2. Miller in the ball game has struck out twice and flown out to right field. Castro is holding on the runner at first, though the runner, Chris Shaw, is somewhat inconsequential at this moment. As that ball bounced over to Rosa. Rosa's got to get rid of it quickly, and they'll call him out. A 4-3 ground out moves the runner over to second and Shaw. As Rosa had to go way over into the hole in shallow right field to field that bounding ball, but he was able to get it to Castro just in time. That'll bring up Chase Valo. Balaguer has the sign, looks in, fastball lifted out to left field. Hampton seems to be camped out underneath it. He'll make the catch for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Demetrius Moore, or that's the scheduled hitter, Demetrius Moore. It looks like we could see Samir Dueñez. Maybe. No, it's not Dueñez. It's going to actually be Carlos Castro. So Carlos Castro will come on to pinch hit for Demetrius Moore here with 2 down in the 9th inning. Castro got the start yesterday. In that ball game, he went 0 for 3. He was pulled late in the game for Chase Valo. Balaguer trying to get the final out of the series. Slider cut on and missed. Balaguer picked up something behind the mound and handed it to the base umpire. That was Chris Wood, who's working on the third base side this evening. Ben Levin, who's been at all 3 games of the series, over at first base this evening. The pitch from Balaguer. Slider misses away. Castro, a .307 hitter on the season, 6 homers, 33 RBI. The fastball misses down to work the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Gastonia playing defensively pretty much straight up. Just trying to get the out. With the ball carrying out to right a little better than it does left, Jarrett playing a little deeper. Hampton playing a little deeper. And a no doubles defense. As Castro swings and misses, the count evens at 2-2. Gastonia 1 strike away from going to 8 straight wins. Would be their 2nd longest win streak of the season. They've had a 5-game win streak this year. They've had a 10-game win streak this year. They've never lost more than 3 games in a row. That's happened twice. Castro has that rolled out to Ascanio. The throw is going to get away from Castro, and scoring on the play is going to be Chris Shaw. So we'll wait on the scoring, but it sounds like it's going to be a hit. So it'll be a base hit for Castro, but the run scores on the error from Ascanio. That ends the shutout. And that'll bring up Gavin Johns. Still 2 down in the inning. If they can get Johns here, the run would be unearned. As that ball rolled out to Ascanio. Ascanio goes across the way. And it's hugs, handshakes, and high fives for the Honey Hunters as they sweep the Genomes. 4-1. We come back. We'll have the postgame show on the Honey Hunters Radio Network. We'll be right back.
Since 1927, GSM Services has been the experts for providing services and finding solutions for issues such as heating and cooling, hot, cold, or drafty rooms, high utility bills, nasty crawl spaces, attic insulation, duct and dryer vent cleanings, indoor air quality, and much more. GSM Services, your one-stop shop for all comfort issues in your home. GSM offers 100% satisfaction guaranteed, and right now they're offering a free home energy audit. So if you're having any issues in your home or office, know that you can always trust leaving your comfort to GSM. Call 1-800-NEW-COOL or visit GSMsince1927.com to talk to someone about any comfort issues you're having in your home. GSM is a proud sponsor of your Gastonia Honey Hunters. Looking for a new career? Want to make an upwards of $40,000